Hey, good morning, everyone. Before I get started on the morning briefing for Friday, the 30th of August, I'd just like to show you this little set of results from out in France. A day result. First position, Lima 99, Lasham. It's Nige Malander, 213.7 kilometers at 93 kph for a 1,000-point win. So well done to Nige. So moving on then. We'll start with the synoptic. Here's a picture yesterday at lunchtime showing the weakening cold front that's gone through, moving out into France. We run this through midnight last night. You can see there's a ridge of high pressure building there. And into today, there's quite a considerable high pressure right over the centre of the country. This weakening warm front to the sort of southeast of us is quite a weak affair, and it may play a little part tomorrow by lunchtime. So if I just run that on for a few seconds, just let me find that there. Yeah, there we go. So there's midnight tonight, lunchtime tomorrow, and you can see that one front is moved into southeast corner of England. So going back to the satellite pic then, you can see with the high pressure, we've got quite a nice clear sky over most of the UK today. There's some wave up north, up near Aboyne, which reminds me there's still places available on the Aboyne expedition in week 1 and week 3. More about that later on. And if we have a look at the rain radar, there's virtually nothing over the UK at all, really, that's going to affect us. And if we run the rain forecast forward from now until the end of sort of the flying day, there's absolutely nothing that's going to be of any concern for us whatsoever. So a good day's flying ahead. The Odium TAF, they're showing variable 3 knots, 7 kilometers in haze to begin with you at 700 feet, and then becoming by about now greater than 10k visibility with no significant weather. And just for a bit of variety, I've gone north for those that are going to be out on task today, and we're having a look at the Benson TAF. They're showing something very similar, variable 2 knots, 6 kilometers in mist at the moment, with few at 600 feet, becoming around about now greater than 10k visibility, again with no significant weather. Spot winds today, 1,000-foot wind just to the north of us, 0505 knots, and to the south, 04010 knots. And looking at windy for a 5,000-foot wind at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're showing about a 10-knot northeasterly, so quite a light wind at height. The local forecast then, again, they're showing northeasterly 5 to 6 knots throughout the day, quite light winds, temperatures rising up from about 16, 17 as they are now, up to about 21 throughout the best part of the day. And they're showing a little bit of cumulus throughout the day as well, which is in contradiction to SkySight, which we'll see in a minute. GFS are showing the temperature around about 12 o'clock at being about 21 centigrade, with the dew point down around about 9 centigrade. So there's quite a reasonable split there of about 12 degrees. And right at this moment in time, we have got 14 and 10, and that split's starting to take place now. I've highlighted the relevant bits from David Masson's forecast, 4,000 feet by midday, up to about 5,500 feet under the inversion at around about 6, and an increasing chance of cumulus as the depth of convection gets higher. So quite a big play area today, seeing 5,500 feet into Wales, East Anglia, and the south coast of Yorkshire, if you ever get that far. Looking out the window, absolutely crystal clear blue skies at the moment, just a little bit hazy on the horizon there, no cumulus as yet, but it is going to be a bit of a late start, but when it does go, it's going to go quite quickly. SkySight are showing quite a vast area for potential distance today, somewhere in the region of about 5, maybe even 600 for those that are really adventurous with the high performance. Locally, SkySat are showing very little chance of cumulus until about 5:30 in the afternoon, and then just very, very shallow cumulus at that. But we'll have to wait and see. The Odium cross-section we'll have a look at in a minute is showing some cumulus throughout the day. But thermal strengths around about 3.5 to 4 knots throughout the better part of the day, from about 11:30 through till about 4:30. Top Meteo, similar sort of projection on distance, and when we have a look at the thermal projection throughout the day, hour on hour, starting at 9 o'clock, virtually nothing. It's completely blue, which is what we've got now. And as we run this through hour by hour, you can see that we're getting around about 2,000 feet, but not locally just yet by 10 o'clock. And by about 11 o'clock, it starts to go. And when it goes really well, but up to about 4.5, getting on for 5,000 feet already by about 1 in the afternoon. And this is going to continue throughout the day and starts to cut off around about 5 to 6 o'clock. So no times today. I'm just going to do the local ones today because of the potential for people going long distances and the number of no times that are across central England and Wales there. Far too many to cover in this briefing. So what we'll do is we'll just have a look at the local ones just to the south of us at Meonstone. There's paragliders, they're no timed all day there. 26 is Barton Stacey, usual live firing, and 30 Ash Ranges. 31 is just a telephone number change. So if we move on to the local airfield briefing. Odium cross-section, you can see they are showing cumulus throughout the day and rising quite quickly from about 1,500 to sort of 2,000 feet around about 9, 10 o'clock. We've not got any of that yet, but they're showing it climbing up to about 4,500 feet locally, with maybe a little bit of spread out there. The surface winds, 030, 4 knots at the moment, and 0406 round to 06 and 7 knots. So quite light throughout the day, but still got that northeasterly flow to it. And if we move on to the flying list, we've got quite a few bookings today. There's only one K13 slot available there, and that equates to although the Geodiscus is available according to the bookings. There's a K21 on the day 4-day course, one on booked flying, one on the casual list. There's one on guest flying this morning. There's a K13 booked all day, which means there's one K21 and 2 K21s free. There's 5 members on the casual list, so if there's any instructors at a loose end today and you want to come out and help, please do. And the simulator is available as per normal. Movements, there's nothing to report today. There was a cancellation made, which means we're free to operate the airfield all day as we see fit. And operations today were set up on 09 for the dry operation. There's light northeasterly winds. A reminder about the buggies, seated passengers only please, not on the flatbed at the rear. We're not insured for that. And please do not land or taxi on the unusual parts of 1634 or 0523, which are to the south of the main 2709 runway. Again, quite rough out there, and we've had a lot of damage to tyres and wheels, which we are trying to avoid now. And then just a reminder again about the Boeing trip. There's one place available 5th to the 12th of October, and there's 3 places available on the 19th to the 26th of October. So here's your visual representation of the ops today. Launch point vehicle out on 09 hard, along with the club area towing. Club winch launching to the south, and the grid is to the north. I think it's going to be quite a small grid today. And we'll try and take you as far back as we can to give you as long a run as possible. But it's not going to be too hot today, so it shouldn't be a major issue. That's it for today. Hope you have a great day's flying. Enjoy yourself out there, and please keep it safe.